let's get into the settings and programming. So there's a little speaker on the back here. It's fairly loud. I can clearly hear the alarm clock, but it's not too loud, which is very nice. Here there are 3 buttons: set, up, and down. So all the programming for this alarm clock is done by those 3 buttons. So quickly over the display, you've got the blinking lights here, blinks and once per second, and you've got hours, minutes, and this little dot indicator at the top left, which tells you PM. So when this is on, that means it is the afternoon. And this is especially important when you have this clock in 12-hour mode, so that you don't accidentally set your alarm at 5 p.m. instead of 5 a.m. and then not get up on time. So yeah, you want to pay attention to that little setting there. So just in the clock mode here, we're going to press the down button over here, and what that is going to do is change the display to turn off mode. So we're going to click it once, and it's going to display something, and now it should turn off after about 5 to 10 seconds. There you go. And I think you basically touch it or something and it turns on. I'm not really sure how that works. I usually just leave it on, but let's see if it turns off again. Yeah, there you go. So touch activated, and then you can just switch it back by pressing that same button again, and then it will display that, and now the clock is permanent on. Next, we are going to go to the set button over here. We're gonna press this one once, and what that is going to do is set it to display mode 1, which cycles between temperature and clock. So you can see we're at 23 degrees, and about every 5 seconds it will switch between them so that you get to see both of them on the same display. Now while this is going, I'm quickly going to talk about the middle button, which is up. Up actually changes the temperature from Fahrenheit to Celsius. So I'm going to press it once, and there you got Fahrenheit mode, and you can just press it again to go to Celsius. There you go. And we can just switch back to the clock only mode by pressing set again. So press set, display mode 2, and now it's only going to display the clock, not the temperature. So those are what those 3 buttons do on the back. Now we are going to get into the programming functions. Alright, so programming this clock is actually really easy. All you have to do is hold the set button for about 3 seconds. So we're going to hold it down and keep holding, and there we go, let go. Now you can see it's got here 12H, that means that 12-hour mode. We can use the up and down buttons to change between them. If you want it to display 24 hours or just 12 hours. So I'm going to leave it on 12 hours, and you can wait, just don't touch anything, and it will automatically revert back to the clock. There you go, it's set and 12-hour mode. So you can tell that this is 10 p.m. because of the dot right there. But it does switch the display mode after you program it. So you'll see now it's switching between temperature and clock again. You can just switch it back to just clock by pressing set, and that will do it. But I'm going to show you guys the rest of the programming functions. So we're going to go back into programming mode, hold set again for 3 seconds. There we go. Here we're going to press the set button. So we're going to press this button once. That's going to go to the next programming mode. So now we're programming the clock. So this is hours, 10 p.m. You can adjust this up and down using the up and down buttons. And then when you want to go to the next one, you can press set. And now we're in minutes. You can change those up and down. whatever you want, and press set. Now we are alarm 1. So this one is on. You can press the up or down buttons to turn it off or to turn it on. And then you press set again. Then you can set when you want your alarm, hours and minutes. And go to minutes. This alarm 2, you can turn this same thing on and off using the up or down buttons. You got hours, minutes, and alarm 3, on and off, hours, and minutes. Make sure that when you set your alarm, that if it's in 12-hour mode, that LED will also turn on when it's PM. So yeah, basically right now it's AM because there's no LED on, but if this tiny LED is on, then that means it's in PM. So then we'll just press set again, and this is if you want to have it the same setting from before, which was turn off after a certain amount of time or not. And then you just press set one more time and you're back to the regular clock mode. So yeah, it's actually pretty simple programming, 3 alarms, and a very nice looking aesthetic. You can see it's all wooden finish on all 5 sides, and except for the back, of course. It's got 3 alarms, pretty much all the settings you would need.